digital platforms. Digital platform, apps and platforms is where transaction happens. There are apps and there are platforms where transaction happens. Now, you may not have the knowledge of some of those things. We are in the age where collaboration is the key. Don't try to venture into everything. You wear yourself out. Try to collaborate with people that have that knowledge. Try to collaborate with people that have that knowledge. If you want to build an app, you don't need to go and learn how to develop an app. Collaborate and let somebody develop the app based on the product you want to give out, and then you now know how to manage your app and push it out to the public. You mustn't know everything, but you can collaborate to get everything. You mustn't know everything, but you can collaborate to get everything. So digital platforms, so there are apps and platforms where transaction happens. So some of the apps and platforms where transaction happens is like e-commerce. That is the place of buying and selling online. A young man will be coming to our church during our leadership and economic summit. We met in the city of Lagos, and I was shocked. A young man of about not up to 35. And while we are having a conversation, the first thing he did was that he told me that the next day when we come for our training, that he's going to get me his book. And of course, at that instance, I've already ordered for my book because I saw what was happening. I said, I didn't even come with my book. Let me also give some people my own book. So I ordered 5 copies. I asked Honorable Lawrence to Waybill courier 5 copies. That was on Monday. Of course, by Wednesday it arrived. So the young man I got his book. I was looking at his book. I said, what? I flipped and got to the last page. I was in awe. And the young man told me, he said he entered into freight business. He's into, clearing and, exportation and importation. And he leveraged on digitalization to do all of that. He has his platforms and all these things. He made so much money that right now he's building one of the biggest warehouses in Uyo, where they will be producing a particular thing that they will be exporting. And at the same time, anybody that wants to go into e-commerce can use their office where the goods will be arriving from China. He set up another office, big office in China, set up one in India, set up one in Dubai, a young guy. And he is so comfortable and resourceful that he was able to get a product. Is his product. He gave us one. That product is 180,000 naira it's a blender, 180,000 naira, massive, stuff like that. And he told me, he said everything Nathaniel Bassi uses for his Hallelujah challenge in their parish and everything, that he's the one that clears it, because they knew about him through digital platform. If you want everybody to walk into your office, everybody's not going to walk into your office. They may not even know you. But there's a way you create a platform where people can actually get in touch with you. Today, of course, platforms like fintech. Today, the fintech world is beginning to compete favorably with commercial banks. And they're giving them license comfortably. These days, people don't just keep 500,000 naira in their fintech account. People keep millions in their fintech account. Now, what happened is that while we are trying to get notification or alert that transaction has been made, fintech is just 1 minute. They leverage on strong broadband and created an app that people are transacting. Where is Money Point all over? But a lot of people are using Money Point. Sorry to mention name, all right? Where is maybe OPay? Where is PalmPay? Where are the offices? But transaction is going on, and there's no much physical office. It's recently that Temu decided, as an e-commerce company, Temu decided to have a physical office in Nigeria. But Temu has already Temu'd many people. They've Temu'd me, and they're still Temu'ing many. And they're selling. Where is the warehouse? China. And it's not as if it's situated in one place. They network with many shops. Many. And they created a platform. So we really need to understand that. So next one is also on digital platform is social media monetization. Social media monetization, which is the common one in our country. And a lot of people are not even doing anything to get monetized. You have the mental knowledge, but you don't want to dig deep to have the experience. You have the mental knowledge. Amazing thing about digital economy is that digital economy does not thrive on certificate. Traditional economy thrives on certificate. So in traditional economy, you want to do something, they're asking you for your qualification. You want to get a job, they're asking you for your qualification. But in digital economy, nobody is asking you for your qualification. All they know is that this is a platform. This is an e-commerce. Nobody is asking what did they actually study in school. Nobody is asking that. The only thing they want to find out is that can he or she deliver? Can the company deliver? That's what they're asking for. And once they find out that you can deliver, they patronize you. Before you know what's happening, there's a wave that brings resources back to you. So there are also online marketplaces. Now, there are companies that we know that serve like an example, companies like Amazon. All right, company like Amazon. So if I ask, what is Amazon doing? What is Amazon doing? Amazon serves as intermediary between owners of products and those that want to buy into that product. And they created a platform, a digital platform, where the goods will get to you as at when due, from books to electronics to anything. And you find out that the thing will get to you. Alibaba, what about them? These are platforms. So now, when I talk about collaboration, it is time for you to sit down and look out for people based on what you have and ask yourself, how do we create something that will be digitalized? You can't be living in a digital world and you're not playing in the digital economy. You will be moving on a snail pace. So what will take you 10 years will actually take you 10 years. But with digitalization, people became billionaires in the time past, in so many years before they got to that level. But this era, people become billionaire in a snap of your finger. Within 1-2 years, somebody is already rising. So people are popping up. People are coming up every time. So if that is the case, I don't know if it's laziness or mental blockage or lack of interest or maybe being so analog that you don't want to think it. You will suffer for a long time. You will struggle for a long time if you don't embrace the digital economy. Of course, we know the rest of it all. So next one, the foundation, is digital scale. We've talked about that extensively while we are running the service on how to earn in dollars. So I don't want to go and repeat that again. So if you want to know more about it, get back to the previous sessions and then you will learn more about it. So we talked about digital products. So if you're going to get into the digital economy, there must be digital products and digital services. All these things I've mentioned, digital products and digital services, they can get into that space. They can get into that space. Even if you are selling clothes, you create a platform where you snap the same clothes, video the same clothes, project it on a particular platform. People have bought shoes. I can't remember the last time I went to market to buy a shoe. I buy a shoe online. I can't remember the last time. No. I see it clearly. I zoom it. I watch. And most times when the shoe comes in, it's what I ordered for. Apologies to people that are abusing it and it becomes like what I ordered versus what I got. There's nothing wrong with that. But of course, even if we're having that experience, that does not negate the fact that digitalization have come to stay. People are paying for a lot of things through digital platforms. People are paying for training, paying for courses, doing a lot of things through digital platforms. So clothes, you buy it from there. Shoes, you buy it from there. Women are buying their, makeup, weave on, and what have you from there. So people are buying cars from there. Jumia created a platform. Konga created a platform. And the likes of them, they created a platform. And they understand these things. And so you can't but find out how to have your own digital product. So the question is that, have you digitalized your product? Have you digitalized your services? If you have not, you're still backward. I created a website on www.moneywise.institute. If you go there, my product is selling without me being there. People buy Moneywise trainings, all right, cracking the billionaire code. People buy it, not the book. People buy the training, 30 days training. People were trained with it, and we come every Saturday to do a review. But I don't do a review for anybody. Advert is going on. People are buying. And I've raised the bar. It's now being sold 250,000 naira. Yeah. The advert is running. Once in a while, a alert comes in. Sometimes in a week, I see 2 alerts. 500,000. I'm not doing anything. I'm not adding anything. The only thing, at the end of the 1 year, I renew my site with very little money. So I'm still adding more digital products. That's the truth. That's the simple truth. So, if you have multiple digital products, create multiple platforms, you find out that there is no week that you will not see pam pam. There was a particular week, some money came in. It was quite big. It came in. And it came in during the weekend. And because of what Paystack does, they don't pay weekend. I felt bad. These people should give me my money. These people should give me my money. So first thing on Monday morning, the alert, the thing dropped, and I looked at it, collected my money. No stress. No stress. The one talking to you, I have a digital product. I don't have one. I don't have two. I have other digital products. Most of my books, I have soft copy. I've done one advert at a particular time. I know how much that came in. So once in a while, I push my books again. I've not done advert on this book. I've not done any advert on this book. I know what I'm waiting for. And then, before I run the advert, because I want to give it to those that will be running the training as a bonus pack. And then, anywhere you are in the world, you let us know. We'll send it to you. Because the training now is $250. And the training is beginning to produce astronomical results. So, digital product, okay? Let's move on. Why does this digital economy matter, especially in Nigeria and Africa? Why does it really matter? The first thing that made digital economy to be so powerful is that it removes geographical barriers. So because we are in Enugu, a lot of people, their business is only in Enugu. But because of this digital economy, you can be in Enugu, your products can be in Accra, your products can be demanded for in Sierra Leone, in Freetown. Your products can be demanded for in Monrovia, in Liberia. Your products can be demanded for in Johannesburg, South Africa. Your products can be demanded for in Harare, Zimbabwe. So your products will be in high demand in Cairo, in Egypt, in Casablanca, in Morocco. All right, your product will be in high demand in some of these, countries. So you realize that if you are here and you don't know the reason why digital economy matters, it's for our own good. It doesn't allow us to sell only locally. We cross borders, we cross states, we cross nations, we cross continents while selling. Our church, by God's grace, will be starting a training with John C. Maxwell. We concluded that on Friday. Let's appreciate Jesus. It's a live training, but of course John Maxwell will be training us, and we're able to submit only 20 people that will be part of it. We've not submitted names, and we just let them know because they wanted to train only me. And I realized that how did John Maxwell penetrated Nigeria? Not that he has not visited Nigeria, but he can't keep coming to Nigeria. That training can be going on here, and it can be going on in different parts of the globe at the same time. When I had opportunity during Exponential Conference, I had opportunity for them to tell me to take a session, which was a testimony session. I took the first testimony session. They asked me to share my experience. How long have I been coming? The organizers walked up to me in the morning. They sent me a text, said once I come, I should see them. So I came for that day's training. I went to see them, and they said, you are a veteran member of this training. The training is 10 years old, and you have been here for 10 years, consistently. And it's only 1 year that I didn't go, and of course, we connected online too, because of COVID and other things. So, and they asked me to share my experience. I shared my experience in 3 minutes. That experience opened some massive doors. I'm not the only one. We are 3 that shared experience. That I shared, my friend Pastor Sam shared, they asked him to share, and one other guy in Lagos. Then the next day, another 3 people shared. But it seems, by grace of election, people started coming to me. That was how John Maxwell people came to me. So people started coming. That was even this guy that is into e-commerce, importation, and all that. That was how a lot of people started coming to me. They are testing, this thing you shared. One guy said I must come and train his organization in Warri by that testimony. Testimony of 3 minutes. 3 minutes. All the pastors in Elevation Church, they all walked up to me. They would say, now your testimony. I said, what did I share? Is it not? In fact, he was there with me, all right? They felt like jumping up when I was sharing the testimony. They were like, felt like shouting, that's my pastor. When you do well, you have so many friends. When you are not doing well, become an orphan. Serious orphan. So that's why nobody wants to identify with evil. So they walked up to me and gave me High Road to Leadership, John Maxwell latest book, and gave me the handout. And I went through it. I said, Jesus. So they said I should put a call across. And I put a call across. We talked and talked and talked. At the end of it all, they said we should send email address. I sent email address. They told me all the things that is needed. It's John Maxwell that will train us. This is how, this is how, this is how. I said, okay, can I get, select 20 people that will be part of this? So they said, let them get back to me. At the end of it all, they said, okay, they agreed. They said nobody has ever asked them for that. That anyone they want to train, they usually come alone and they will train them. All right? And you get certificate, and not just certificate, you get certified to be training other people with John Maxwell's stuffs like that. And I've been looking forward to that for a long time. So I said, I'm going to select people that are serious, not people that are hypocritical, people that are serious. Whether you're a worker, you're not a worker, I will select it, 20 people, and then we'll do that. And then, of course, once I send you text, don't come to me. If I send you text, you know you've been selected. Don't don't tell me anything. Don't tell me anything. If you like, be senior pastor of Redeemed Christian Church of God, LGU, I don't care. I don't care, because I see people that eat information, they don't vomit it. I'm looking forward to people that will take it in and bring it out as well. So, how did John Maxwell penetrated this country? Through digitalization. He entered this country through digital space. That was how he was able to do all of that. Meanwhile, he's in America, but his training and other things are going on here. So, digital economy removes geographical barriers, number one. So it helps you to work for a North American company while you're living in Nigeria. It helps you to project your products while you're living in Nigeria. So there is nothing like barrier. Listen, if you are 40 years and above, if you are in this place, you're 40 years and above, I beg you, in fact, if you're not even 40, from 30 upwards, just find a way and discipline yourself by all means to create a digital product. It is not natural for us. They call this generation digital age. It's natural for them. If you are 30 years and above, force yourself. If you don't force yourself, you will be staying backward and you'll be feeling that everybody is leaving you, because they will leave you. It doesn't matter what they're producing, they will leave you. So, I don't want to go into some of the things. So, you can work, you can sell, you can provide services and other things through, without having any geographical barriers. You can do all of that, okay? You can monetize your content. You can monetize your content, and then it is because of the influx of people that are connected to the contact that helps the social media platform where you are to monetize you. You can monetize your content, know the content you're pushing out, and know how to go into it. So let's find out the key characteristics, all right? Let's find out the key characteristics of digital economy. Number one, the key characteristics is one, it is borderless. No physical location limit. It is borderless. Can you imagine doing business? Can you imagine rendering services where it's borderless? You only know that you are in your house. Go and find out the headquarters or the office of Netflix. You will respect digitalization. You will respect digitalization. Go and find out the headquarters of Netflix. You will respect digitalization. You realize that it's not the future. It is the present that is also going into the future. There is no apology. There is no exemption. There is nothing like I'm not a tech person. I said it earlier on. If you're not a tech person, collaborate. 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 Look out for people. Think. Think of what you can bring out. Think of a product you can project. Think of a services you can render. We are in the era because it is what you bring into this space that people will embrace. So it requires a lot of mental input. Think. Think. It's no longer the era of, I produce this, I want somebody to sponsor me. It gives you access to fast monetization, fast earning. I wrote, the first time I started learning about digitalization, I wrote a book, The Secret Life of Men, for ladies only. If you know the secret, they will marry you. Men will marry you. And I did a proper research because I started looking for need. So when I wrote the book, it was a soft copy book. Immediately I finished it, and did the editorial work. The book is still available, and I took the book and sponsored it online. What was my target place? Port Harcourt. I did some research. I realized that there are marriageable age. You know, if you do it in Enugu, you have a lot of young people that knows that they will marry. In fact, the state where people marry from easily is from Enugu. Among the 5 states, Abia, Imo, Anambra, Ebonyi, where people come to look for wife is Enugu. Where abroad people come into to marry with ease is Enugu. It's not as if Enugu women are angels, but rating by the level of corruption, Enugu is still far better than any other state in the southeast. Okay, Enugu people have marketed you people for free. Marketed, this is Pro Max marketing. All right, you guys should pay me. So now, how did I get here? I wrote the book. Thank you so much for reminding me. And I said, no, Port Harcourt people, there are a lot of all these 42 years old women driving latest car, working in an oil company, no man. If I push this book there, it will sell. I projected the book in the city of Port Harcourt. Within 1 hour, I made 120,000. They were sending emails, paying, because I told them, and I didn't do it in a sophisticated way. This is a WhatsApp number. Send your email, proof of payment. Send your email, proof of payment. They were sending. I was transferring the book. Transferring within 1 hour. That was 2018. I will not forget. I counted 120K. I say, hey. I did not spend money to publish one copy. I did not. If I feel like making small money now, I know what to do online. Yeah. Now, there was a time I sold my book. I called it Money Box. All my financial book, I put it together. I say it's 10,000 naira, and the book is supposed to be 50,000 naira. People rush. I make 530,000 in 2 days in Money Box. Yes, sir, let's take it. And they have their money. They have their book. They have their books. Not that I gave you empty books. The only thing is, didn't have it hard copy, and I was making my money. During early years, I didn't say hard copy. I made money during early years. I didn't sell any hard copy. People's hard copy were there, and people were coming, writing their email, writing everything. They were paying. At the end of it, they calculated the money, and they gave me my share. I said, how much was it? I said, thank you. Put it in my pocket. I said, thank God bless you guys. Yes. If I want to use and eat pepper soup, I will sell another one tomorrow. There is nothing like money for capital and money for... See, digitalization helps you to enjoy your money without headache. Just make sure that you are putting the right product. You will sell it and sell it and sell it till Jesus comes, until you are tired of selling it. So it creates speed-driven transaction. So transaction happens immediately. All this in digitalization, may I tell you this? There is nothing like... remove 5,000 now. How much last? I'm being honest with you. If those how much last, while they are chatting you, can't you sell this? By the time you ignore them 2 times, they'll come and pay. Because the platform is created. There's nobody to call. There's nobody. You just go there, and you click, you pay, you receive. It's only when you don't receive the product or the service that you start calling. How far? What is this? What is that? The speed is phenomenal. It's amazing. So it's very scalable. One digital product can serve 10 million people, 30 million people, 50 million people, depending on their capacity in terms of publicity or advert. One product, one strong product. One strong product. If it's a physical product, it can also create a massive awareness where people will be ordering for it everywhere. There's a latest going on in our country. I don't know if people have seen it. I don't know, but let me say it. The latest now is love song. From either a man to a woman to a man. There is an AI. Within 48 hours, the album is produced. All you need to know is, my wife's name is Gloria. I opened the phone, I clicked. Husband and wife were driving, and the man was playing the song. He was just calling, Tricia, you know I love you. I say, the woman was looking at the husband. What's happening here? And he talked about their memory, their experience they had. On that day where we are in the seashore, when I kissed you. Afterward, the woman became emotional. And and Trisha, I love. You see? The woman became emotional. The woman hugged, kissed the husband, and said, "Oh, honey, where did you get this? Where did you get that?" So it's trending in America, and it has entered in Nigeria. So I went and I filled my own with experience. What me and mamas don't suffer. How? Oh God! I said I must give one to my wife. I was doing it, feeling it. When I finished feeling it, because it will use those things that they've given to it and create one song. They asked me what kind of song. Do I like rock? My wife loves soft rock. I love R&B. So I said, okay, let's do it in R&B. That's what I love. I said, no, let's do it in soft. That's what she loves. I did it. When it gets to payment, I went and click and it opened. How much? $50. And I calculated $50. Ladies and gentlemen, I went down to check the number of views and the number of engagement. It was massive, in thousands. And I am not sure they all viewed like me and left. Some will pay. So, and they're going to continue like that. And it's the AI that will compose the song, do everything within 48 hours. So can you imagine the number of people that will be subscribing to it and they're paying? It's just one digital product making so much money. So it's scalable. It gets across to millions. It's scalable. You can't be in this age and be living in that age. You must live in this age. This is digital age. There must be digital products with digital services. Don't forget, it is powered by data. So what I mean by data is not data as in what you use to browse. It is powered by data. You go there, you look out for a number of people that uses toothpaste in South America. And you keep looking for where your product is needed through data. And it will be giving you correct data. Engage the services of a data analysis and data analysis, and they will help you to tell you, no. It's not about pushing your advert. It's about knowing where your product is needed. So because it's powered by data, you check. I did it, and I found out that this book we sell in Port Harcourt. The next place the book was meant to sell was Uyo. Another place the book was meant to sell was in Asaba. Enugu was not included, so there's no point trying to, say, I've done everything, I've pushed my publicity, I've done social media advert in this Enugu. Did you do proper research to find out where your product is highly in demand? So that's what happened to digital products. It's powered by data. So you use data, you write it, you know, come, it's okay. That's here and here. This is where the flashlight is. So I need to concentrate and push my product here. So lastly, let me show you what's the difference between traditional economy and digital economy. This is the foundation laying. Of course, we are discussing on digital money, and that's the future, and that's the present. We can't take it away unless if you want to remain on a particular level for a long time, or you'll be moving on a snail pace for a long time. Traditional and digital economy. Now, in traditional economy, it always requires physical presence. It always requires physical presence. It requires you are present. It requires an office space, physical. Everything is physical. In digital economy, it only requires online platforms. You leverage on online platform. You don't need to be there. You can be sleeping, something is happening. That's why between 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. in the afternoon, you see supposedly most of those guys they call Yahoo. All of them are not Yahoo. All of them are not Yahoo, honestly speaking. Why are they not? In traditional, you rush out in the morning. In digital, you set up your market in the night and early hours of the day. You set out, you put everything, monitor, look at what is happening, and then in the daytime you may be sleeping. While your neighbor is bathing, rushing out, going to report to police that you are a thief, you just be snoring. And then when you finish sleeping, you stretch your hand, stretch your leg, and then you decide to just step out and go and take a coffee. All right, maybe you don't want to stay at home. Let me just do one or two things. I have meeting by 11, I have meeting by 12. You do few physical meetings, you come back and continue doing your work. It does not require any physical presence. It requires mental presence at all times. And which is better. Which is far, far better. It requires in the traditional cash payment. It requires in the digital or what is called digital payment. There are different kinds of digital payment. Sometimes digital payments in the banking sector is through transfer. There's blockchain, there's crypto. They pay through different ways. It mustn't be through cash. All right. Till today, there are people that are still playing in the traditional way that if you want to do a transfer, you say, I don't have account. Give me cash. Go and look for where to withdraw money and pay me. Jesus. In this age, where people are not carrying cash, there is no transporter right now, even in Lagos. They carry POS. Driver in Lagos. Have you seen driver with POS in Enugu? We are backward. They pay with OP. Driver, I will stop here. Please give me your account number. You don't see him? Yes, I don't see him. Owa. You can't drag us back because of your stupidity. You can't. The world is moving. You can't drag us back because you refuse to move. That was how dinosaur went into extinction. The animal, dinosaur, everybody was moving. I know they move. Until the fire engulfed the animals and burnt them. Everybody is moving, getting digital skills, getting knowledge, collaborating. If you feel you are too old, you are too old. How old are you? You are too old. Okay, Pastor Age is not around. We went somewhere to eat. And because we stayed in the same hotel in Lagos for the training last week. And when we got there, we saw a lot of bicycles. Molajet, that's the name of it. A lot of bicycles. What are they coming to do? Each bicycles can carry up to 10 food packs. And they use bicycle to deliver it. People stay in the comfort of their home. With the app of Molajet, they just book rice, plantain, chicken, coleslaw, this, that, and they just come there. They will pay with address. Dispatch rider services. And those guys, they can ride bicycle. And they will just come pack, different location. That's how, come and see the place. Small place where they are dishing out the food. They sell more than major eateries. Why must I sit in eatery when I can find a more comfortable place to sit down and have meetings? If it's about meeting. Some eateries are even noisy now. So people find out, buy me my food, bring it to the house. Because these guys are busy. I'm honest with you. These guys are busy. People are lazy in our region. I'm not trying to compare Lagos with Enugu, but I'm trying to compare the human intellectual capacity. We are all human beings. I wrote it in capital letter in my word, in my diary, while Dr. Cosmos was teaching. I wrote it, Ibukun was teaching. I wrote it, we all have 24 hours. It's capital letter, well written. We all have 24 hours. It is what I am doing with my 24 hours that determine the result that I will get. Nobody is disadvantaged. It is as a result of how you are maximizing your time. So they are asking for them to order food for them in the office and also in the places where they are working. Why? They are busy. Everybody is not doing Yahoo. People are busy. In the traditional, they have local market, Achanja market, Obeite market, main market, Ariaria market. In the digital economy, they have global market. There's nothing like a Are you coming out? Did you know since 3 days? Don't you know that they lock our shop? They know they lock any shop. And digital economy, they don't lock any shop. They don't lock one shop. COVID hit a lot of people, and men that understand digital platform skyrocketed. That was how Zoom became very rich, because meetings were still going on. Since you said there's no physical meeting, are we touching ourselves in the digital platform? Meetings were going on. People started subscribing 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. People started subscribing monthly. And it's human beings that decided to come up with some of those products. We are not thinking. That's why we are stinking. When you don't think, you stink. Sit down and ask yourself about the trajectory of your life. Sit down. The prodigal son taught himself back to his father's house. He didn't pray himself back. Go and check that scripture. Everything is not prayer. Everything is not prayer. Engage your mind. The prodigal said, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, if you can send me to my father's house, send me to my father's house, send me to my father. And after that prayer, you will sit down. Nobody will send you to your father's house. He sat down. He started thinking. He said, I'll go to my father. Okay, what will I tell him? I'll tell him to hire me as one of his servants, because hunger won't keep me here. When you check your result, you think on how to get a better result. When you check your result, he has checked his result. He's not eating well. He sat down and started, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? How will I? How? Okay, I will tell my father this. I will do this. He said, come on, plan, accomplish. He stood up. The Bible says he stood up. He started going. Step one, he started taking action. Not that he stood up, he said, You deceive yourself too much with spirituality. You deceive yourself too much with spirituality. What your brain can do, you want to give it to God. God has been sending it back to you. You know what is called back to sender? I gave you brain to think. You're giving it back to me to work. So what is the work of your brain? Your brain that is supposed to calculate how to make billions. Your brain that is supposed to calculate yourself out of poverty. You can think your way out of lack. I say it again. You can think your way out of lack. You can think your way out of trouble. You can think your way out of issues. You can think your way. You can think. And commit yourself to action plans based on that thought. So there's a global market. There is a physical market. Is there anything wrong in having a physical market? You can still be in the physical market and then you globalize. You create a platform where you have a global platform. In the traditional market, there is manual system. You write everything manual. 10 naira, okra. Everything is manual. But in the digital world, everything is automated. As we are selling, you're already creating a platform. Our church is entering fully into digital. We were able to get a company in United States of America. That's one testimony that I shared. A young man, his name is Bode, walked up to me and started sharing some things with me. Everything we need to do with our church as a digital church, from attendance, first-timers, visitation, home fellowship, everything you can think of, junior church, everything. Even when we give you a task, we monitor it digitally. We don't need to tell you. When the task is accomplished, you communicate, we impute, it shows there, back end, everybody will be seeing it. So the name of the company is ecclesio.com. You can Google it. So they came from America. He came to me, we were talking. Of course, I knew him in Daystar before he relocated. So he said, what's the attendance of our church? I said, this is the attendance of our church. This is how many we are. And while we are talking, I said, can you do a demo for me? It took about 40 minutes to do a powerful demo for me. When he was done with that demo, I said, Jesus, this is what we've been struggling some years ago. You can't pastor people without having a digital platform that will cut you across the world, that will make all records to be handy. You look at it, you see everything. You can't function effectively. I don't care about your age. It's a function of interests. And it may not be you acquiring that skill. It must be you looking out for collaborators to acquire that skill. Very important. Very, very important. So we're able to subscribe to them. So we're going to be on a 14-day trial. I called Pastor Duke. I said, you're going to handle it. I'll bring another person, Lawrence. Two of them, they will be there because they are digital natives and the interest in digital stuff. Of course, we are talking about 2 other ladies. These are things that will take you to a climax. Church is a place where people learn skills without paying. I have a friend, his name is Ike. Ike was carrying crane in our church. Carrying crane. You know, sometimes people feel they are doing God good. People feel they are doing God good in a church setting. So Ike started carrying crane. And when Ike started carrying crane, he doesn't know how to carry crane camera. And he did it for some time. Before he did that, after some time, MTN came to our church looking for those that knows how to use crane. That's the only thing they were using for, because of Project Fame. I happens to be one of the people that they picked, but they only needed a form of someone that knows him. I brought the form because I'm his leader. I was his leader then, and I filled the form. I congratulated him. He said, "You filled the form for me to acquire the scale. You're also filling the form." Now Ike is working with MTN. They've transferred Ike from Lagos. He's working in South Africa from church. From church. From church. So I'm already congratulating them in advance because we're entering into pure digitalization. Our church is entering fully into becoming a digital church. Digital church is not Facebook. Digital church is not Instagram. No, that's not it. It's digitalizing all the things that we are doing here. Of course, when we are done, they will talk much about it, okay? So, it is manually automated in the traditional, but it is digitally automated. All right? Oh, my time is up. Praise God. I say, praise God. Ah, Jesus, have mercy. Okay, let me say this. Digital economy is not the future. Digital economy is the present. And you must master a few things that will help you to function in that economy. AI, you master it. Data, you master cyber security, digital finance, how to export remote talent. But let me tell you this. Those that have mastered this digital economy will dominate in the next 30 years. From now, they will still be, because digitalization have come to stay. I don't care the courses you are studying. Add technology to it. I told you the story of Aboyewa Farm. He said, nothing made me except technology. I use technology to create hospitals. Meanwhile, I don't own hospital. I collaborated with hospitals. So people come to my platform, book for a doctor, do everything, and the doctor is being referred to. They book the appointment. They pay a certain amount of money. And a lot of Americans were coming to his platform. He made millions of dollars and bought farmland, 10,000 acres, made some money, and then he is now using digitalization to create a platform where people buy his cassava, buy ethanol, the value chain, buy starch, and buy other things. Now he is saying, compared to what the health sector gave him, is not comparable to what the agro sector is giving him, just by adding technology. They are ordering for his products across the globe. There's something, the major thing they used to produce toothpaste is from cassava. I never knew. He was telling us, calling the name. He said he did a research and then he's extracting everything, separating them, exporting them to different nations. Nobody comes to buy his cassava for gari. Nobody comes to buy his cassava for fufu. He has been able to decentralize it. It's only the value chain that he exports. Only the value chain that he exports, and he leverage on technology. By next week we'll continue. But please, leave your village, leave your country, migrate to digital nation. That's the future. Outside of that, you'll stay on the other side and you'll be struggling. And there is nothing you're doing that cannot be digitalized. Rise up on your feet, please. Time is up. Father, thank you. Lift up your hands and give him thanks. Just give him thanks in a moment. Give him thanks and package your offering. Package your tithe, your offering in this first service. Package whatever you brought to God this morning. Package it quickly, quickly, package it quickly. Lift up your hands and give him thanks. Details for giving is on the screen. If you're doing a transfer, it's a digital church. So we do electronic giving as well. Give him praise. Thank you, mighty God. We celebrate you for what we have done. Glory be to your name. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. And I pray for everyone's offering. Please package your offering. I pray for everyone's offering. Offering envelope has been given to us, I'm sure, or is on your desk, on your chair rather. I pray for everyone that is giving this morning, that God will open your eyes to know what to do. God will open your mind to know what to do. And God will lead you on the path that will help you to maximize this training. In Jesus' precious name, we have prayed. Please, did we eat eba this morning? I say, in Jesus' name we pray. Wow. Please, let's respond, so that we can connect freely. Please, if you have a testimony to share, me the ushers, it's only testimonies that are documented that will be shared. And today is a special Sunday. We're having our first wedding on the first day of March in 2026. God bless you. Cast your offering.